Have you ever found yourself standing in the bathroom, wondering if that daily bath you've taken for decades is still the best choice for you? Or maybe you've noticed that your skin feels drier, tighter, or even itchy after a shower, and you're not sure why. If you're over 70, these aren't just small annoyances. They could be signs that your body is telling you something important. The truth is, as we age, our skin and our bodies change in ways that might surprise you. And those changes mean that the rules about bathing, rules we've followed our whole lives, might need a second look. In this video, we're going to dive into a topic that doesn't get talked about nearly enough: how often seniors should bathe after 70. You might be shocked to learn that some of the things we've always believed about cleanliness and hygiene don't necessarily apply as we get older. In fact, some of those habits could even be working against us. We'll uncover 7 surprising facts about bathing after 70, and by the end, you'll have a clearer understanding of what your body really needs to stay healthy, comfortable, and safe. So, let's get started. Fact number 1. Daily baths can harm senior skin. Let's start with something that might seem counterintuitive. Daily baths can actually do more harm than good for seniors. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can something as simple as a bath be harmful? Well, it all comes down to how our skin changes as we age. After 70, our skin becomes thinner, drier, and more fragile. It loses some of its natural oils, which are essential for keeping it soft and protected. And when we bathe too often, especially with hot water and harsh soaps, we strip away those oils, leaving our skin even more vulnerable. Think about it like this. When you were younger, your skin was like a sturdy, well-oiled leather jacket. It could handle a lot: hot water, scrubbing, you name it. But as you age, that leather jacket becomes more like tissue paper. It's delicate and it needs to be treated with care. If you're bathing every day, you're essentially rubbing that tissue paper with sandpaper. Over time, that can lead to dryness, itching, and even cracks in the skin that can be painful and prone to infection. And it's not just about comfort. Dry, cracked skin can be a serious health concern for seniors. Those tiny cracks can become entry points for bacteria, which can lead to infections. So, while it might feel like you're doing the right thing by bathing every day, you could actually be putting your skin at risk. The good news? Cutting back on bathing frequency can help your skin retain its natural moisture and stay healthier. We'll talk more about how often you should bathe later, but for now, just know that less can truly be more when it comes to keeping your skin in good shape. Fact 2. Less bathing can lower your risk of infection. Now, here's a fact that might really surprise you. Bathing less often can actually lower your risk of infections. I know that sounds backwards. After all, isn't the whole point of bathing to stay clean and avoid germs? But for seniors, the story is a little more complicated. As we age, our skin becomes more prone to small tears and cracks, especially if it's dry and fragile, and those tiny openings can become gateways for bacteria to enter the body. When you bathe too often, especially with hot water and strong soaps, you're not just cleaning your skin, you're also weakening its natural barrier. That makes it easier for those small tears to happen and harder for your skin to heal itself. Over time, this can lead to a higher risk of infections, particularly in areas where the skin is already thin, like the legs or arms. But here's the interesting part. Studies have shown that seniors who bathe less frequently, say every other day or even just a few times a week, tend to have fewer skin tears and infections. That's because their skin has a chance to retain its natural oils and stay stronger. And if you're worried about staying clean, don't worry. There are plenty of ways to maintain good hygiene without a full bath every day. Simple things like washing your face, hands, and underarms with a damp cloth can go a long way in keeping you fresh without overdoing it. Fact 3. Falls are a bigger threat than dirt. Let's talk about something that doesn't get enough attention when we discuss bathing: the risk of falls. For seniors, the bathroom can be one of the most dangerous places in the house. Wet, slippery surfaces combined with the effort of getting in and out of the tub or shower, can create a perfect storm for accidents. And when you're over 70, a fall can have serious consequences: broken bones, head injuries, and even long-term health complications. Now think about this. If you're bathing every day, you're exposing yourself to that risk every single day. But if you cut back on bathing frequency, you're also cutting back on the number of times you have to navigate those slippery surfaces. It's a simple change, but it can make a big difference in your safety. Of course, this doesn't mean you should stop bathing altogether, but it does mean that you should think carefully about how often you really need to bathe and whether there are safer alternatives for staying clean. For example, using a shower chair or a handheld shower head can make bathing safer and less physically demanding. And if you're really concerned about falls, you might want to consider sponge baths or sink washes for certain areas of your body. The key is to find a balance that keeps you clean without putting you at unnecessary risk. Now that we've covered these first 3 facts, let's take a moment to reflect. Bathing is such a basic part of our daily lives that we often don't think twice about it. But as we age, our bodies change, and so do our needs. What worked for us in our 40s or 50s might not be the best choice in our 70s and beyond. The good news is, by making a few small adjustments, we can protect our skin, lower our risk of infections, and stay safe in the bathroom. And there's even more to explore. So let's keep going. Now that we've talked about how daily baths can harm senior skin to lower your risk of infection by bathing less, and how falls in the bathroom are a bigger threat than dirt, let's dive into the next few facts. These might just change the way you think about your bathing routine and your health forever. Fact 4. Your body cleans itself. Yes, really. Here's something that might blow your mind. Your body is designed to clean itself. I know that sounds a little strange, especially when we've been taught our whole lives that cleanliness comes from soap and water. But the truth is, your skin is a lot smarter than you might realize. It has its own built-in cleaning system, and it's been working hard for you since the day you were born. As we age, our skin produces less oil, which can make it feel drier and more fragile. But even with those changes, your skin still has a natural ability to stay clean. It's covered in a layer of beneficial bacteria, oils, and dead skin cells that work together to keep harmful germs at bay. When you bathe too often, especially with harsh soaps, you disrupt that delicate balance. You wash away the good bacteria and oils that protect your skin, leaving it more vulnerable to irritation and infection. So what does this mean for you? It means that you don't necessarily need a full bath every day to stay clean. In fact, giving your skin a break from frequent washing can help it maintain its natural defenses. Think of it like this. Your skin is like a garden. If you overwater it or use too much fertilizer, you can damage the plants. But if you give it just the right amount of care, it will thrive on its own. The same goes for your skin. Sometimes, less really is more. Fact 5. Experts say once or twice a week is enough. Now, here's a fact that might surprise you even more. Many experts recommend that seniors bathe just once or twice a week. I know that might sound shocking. After all, we've been told for years that daily bathing is the gold standard for good hygiene. But the truth is, that advice doesn't always apply to seniors. As we age, our skin and our bodies have different needs, and those needs don't always align with the rules we followed when we were younger. According to dermatologists and geriatric specialists, bathing once or twice a week is often enough to keep seniors clean and healthy. Of course, this doesn't mean you should ignore hygiene altogether. There are still plenty of ways to stay fresh between baths. For example, you can use a damp washcloth to clean areas that tend to get sweaty or dirty, like your face, underarms, and groin. You can also use dry shampoo or a quick rinse to freshen up your hair without a full shower. The key is to listen to your body. If you're not sweating heavily or getting dirty, there's no need to bathe every day. And if you're worried about odor, a little deodorant or a change of clothes can go a long way. The bottom line, bathing less often isn't about being lazy or neglecting your hygiene. It's about adapting to what your body needs as you age. Fact 6. Daily baths can exhaust seniors. Let's talk about something that doesn't get enough attention: how exhausting bathing can be for seniors. When you're younger, taking a shower or bath might feel like a quick and easy task. But as you get older, it can become a major physical challenge. Standing in the shower, reaching to wash your hair, or stepping in and out of the tub can take a lot of energy that many seniors don't have to spare. For seniors with arthritis, joint pain, or mobility issues, bathing can be especially difficult. The simple act of bending over to wash your feet or lifting your arms to scrub your back can cause pain and fatigue. And if you're dealing with a chronic condition like heart disease or COPD, the heat and steam from a shower can make it harder to breathe, leaving you feeling drained and lightheaded. The truth is, daily baths can be a lot of work, and for many seniors, that work just isn't worth it. By cutting back on bathing frequency, you can conserve your energy for the things that really matter, like spending time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies, or simply enjoying your day. And if you're worried about staying clean, remember that there are plenty of alternatives to a full bath. A sponge bath, for example, can be just as effective and a lot less tiring. Fact 7. Hygiene isn't just about bathing. Finally, let's talk about the big picture. Hygiene isn't just about bathing. In fact, there are so many other ways to stay clean and healthy that don't involve stepping into a shower or tub. For seniors, this is especially important to remember. As we age, our needs change, and so do the ways we take care of ourselves. Good hygiene is about more than just washing your body. It's about taking care of your skin, your hair, your nails, and your overall health. It's about staying hydrated, eating well, and getting enough sleep. It's about keeping your living space clean and comfortable. And it's about finding ways to stay fresh and confident, even if you're not bathing every day. For example, you can use moisturizers to keep your skin soft and hydrated, or talcum powder to prevent chafing and irritation. You can wear clean, breathable clothes that help wick away sweat and odor. And you can practice good oral hygiene by brushing and flossing regularly, which is just as important as keeping your body clean. The point is, hygiene is a holistic concept. It's not just about how often you bathe. By focusing on the bigger picture, you can stay healthy, comfortable, and confident, no matter your age. Practical tips for seniors. How to bathe smarter. Cut back on bathing frequency. As we've discussed, bathing once or twice a week is often enough for seniors. On the days you don't bathe, you can use a damp washcloth to clean areas like your face, underarms, and groin. This helps you stay fresh without over-drying your skin. 2. Use gentle moisturizing products. When you do bathe, opt for mild, fragrance-free soaps and shampoos that are designed for sensitive skin. Look for products that contain moisturizers to help replenish your skin's natural oils. And remember, less is more. You don't need a lot of soap to get clean. 3. Keep bath time short and safe. If you're bathing in a tub or shower, keep it brief to avoid drying out your skin or getting too tired. Use a shower chair or grab bars to make the process safer and more comfortable. And always test the water temperature before stepping in to avoid burns. 4. Moisturize after bathing. After you bathe, pat your skin dry with a soft towel. Don't rub. Then apply a thick, fragrance-free moisturizer while your skin is still damp. This helps lock in moisture and keeps your skin soft and healthy. 5. Stay fresh. Between baths, on non-bathing days, you can use dry shampoo to freshen up your hair or a damp cloth to wipe down your body. Wearing clean, breathable clothes and using deodorant can also help you feel fresh and confident. 6. Listen to your body. Everyone's needs are different, so pay attention to how your skin and body feel. If your skin feels dry or irritated, it might be a sign that you're bathing too often. And if you're feeling exhausted after a bath, it might be time to cut back. Why these changes matter. At the end of the day, this isn't just about bathing. It's about taking care of yourself in a way that works for your body as it changes. It's about protecting your skin, conserving your energy, and staying safe. And most importantly, it's about giving yourself the freedom to enjoy life without unnecessary stress or discomfort. Think about it. By making a few small adjustments to your bathing routine, you can avoid dry, itchy skin, lower your risk of infections, and reduce your chances of a dangerous fall. You can conserve your energy for the things that bring you joy, whether that's spending time with family, pursuing a hobby, or simply relaxing. And you can feel confident knowing that you're taking care of yourself in a way that's both practical and kind. A final word of encouragement. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this video, it's this. Small changes can make a big difference. You don't have to overhaul your entire routine overnight. Start with 1 or 2 adjustments. Maybe cut back on bathing frequency or switch to a gentler soap and see how it feels. Over time, you'll find a rhythm that works for you. And remember, you're not alone in this. Millions of seniors are navigating the same changes, and there's no one-size-fits-all answer. What matters most is that you're taking steps to care for yourself in a way that feels good and works for your unique needs. Let's keep the conversation going. I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed changes in your skin or energy levels as you've gotten older? Have you tried cutting back on bathing frequency? And if so, how did it work for you? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story might just inspire someone else. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips and insights on living your best life after 70. Together, we can